me a second. Brother Nino.
Hey, what's going on, Vinny?
Nothing. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I feel like it's been over a week since we kind of chatted.
Yeah, I say we need to, I think we need to have a meeting after the storm, brother, because I feel like me and you are in the same boat right now, and
you feel your ass getting clapped?
Getting clapped. I feel like it. I feel like there's two cocks going in my ass with no lube right now. That's what I feel like.
Yeah. Last week has been such a roller coaster. The amount of times I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I give up.
I am in the same boat as you.
Let's talk.
Yeah, let's get together.
Let's talk after the storm.
Yeah, let's get together.
How does you want to do beers at the Yellow Jack? It's a nice little spot.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll meet you right there after the storm. I'll get my tow truck. I'll meet you up there.
All right, sounds good,
brother. Take care.
Take care.
I'll be right out, brother.
All right,
thank you.
Here we go.
Yeah, well, I'll save his number right now. And guys, make sure if you are new to the community, man, make sure you hit that follow button. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, guys.
Holy fuck! Do you ever collect your checks here?
I'm about to. I haven't done it in a while.
Bruh, I just got $2,400.
Nice. I got 700.
I think it's because I think it's like unemployment.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah. So the thing is, I try to stay on duty as a mechanic because that's my job. But you don't receive your government check.
Oh.
So if you don't stay on duty as a mechanic, you actually get that government check.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like all kinds of shit all day.
Yep. Let's go to the old stomping grounds, Nino. Let's go to the resort.
Okay, I'll fuck with it.
The old days, the old like 9-10 years ago resort.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, homie. It's been wild though. It's been
soon. It would have been sooner, trust me. But like, I didn't expect this shit to be such a headache.
Yep.
You have no idea how much I'm fiending to like. Yo, hands in the air, motherfucker.
And I remember many moons ago it would be soon for this. Soon for this.
Yeah.
And it would never fucking happen. Nino, the original stomping grounds where I first met you and you got me into the game. You know, not a lot of people know about that, man. Not a lot of people know about that fucking history between me and you.
You ain't wrong.
This is what, going back how many years? 6, 7, 8, about 9 years ago.
Yeah, 9 years ago. Maybe even 10?
Maybe 10. Actually, yeah, it's actually 10. Why am I saying 9? Yeah, it's oh my god.
Don't give me that high and mighty shit. Well, what the hell ever.
Now look at this place. Fucking people just hanging out all day in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah, sure.
Yeah, Chad, this is where everything started with Vinny and Nino.
You know, I just wanted to run a simple mechanic shop.
Yeah.
A little bit of tow, this and that.
Yeah, same here.
And you know, it's I don't know, it's crazy.
I got to tell you about my experiences as of late with sanitation. I don't know if you've been dealing with the same.
Maybe. So who wants to go first?
You could start.
So
yeah, basically, if you think about
my
it,
shop
Nino's the person that made Vinny. Yeah.
Okay. Right. It's hard to turn a profit.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is, you know, I want everyone to succeed.
Yeah.
Right. There doesn't need to be like a #1 mechanic shop. It's not necessary. There's plenty of clientele out there.
Mm-hmm.
And every shop can has a vibe to it, right? And that's a good thing. because if there was only one, well, the flavor isn't gonna be there.
No, not at all.
Everyone needs money, and you know, there's plenty of money to go around. Problem is, like you and I, we don't get any free traffic, right? I think we knew that going in.
100%.
Right? We gotta, you know, get people to come through, whatever. But I think Saturday, a lot of what Rusty did really turned the world upside down.
It did.
I think, like if prior to Saturday, with Rusty raising the prices to like 190 or whatever, or like 150 for Master Mechanic,
Yeah.
like
140.
we always had that option. 140.
Yeah.
140. Is like there was always that option that, like, let's say we couldn't, like, we didn't have a supply chain in place, right? Didn't have a house, didn't have a crafting bench, whatever, right? That we could still like do mechanic work, but you know the margin is gonna be a little bit lower, you know. And I think that was okay, but with it rocketing at 190, and I don't want to get into the economics of like, can people afford 190 or not? Because that's like a bigger like package to unpack. Is that Mosley's kept their price at like 85 a pop.
Yeah.
Now, what did that mean? Now, all of a sudden, you need a house, you need people cooking, and you needed like 10 people or something like that, right? Because you got to sit there and like fucking cook. Otherwise, you're only making, for a single person, one part across the board. Now, it's definitely gotten better. We can, you know, craft in our apartment, craft in your house, whatever. But the fact is that I think Mosley's supply chain is quite good. And now we got every Tom, Dick, and Harry opening up a shop and eating up materials.
I heard there's about 9 now. Exactly.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So now it's like, what's I think is starting to happen is every crew is trying to be self-sufficient, which I don't think is good for the economy.
Not at all.
Personal. The other thing too is you only need someone that's like a part-time mechanic to do the work for you. So now, on one hand, I'm like, well, as a master mechanic, why can't I go do these other things? Like, I want to go do tow or whatever, right? And you'd be like, well, aren't you being a hypocrite? But I put in my time to be a master mechanic, right?
Same here, exactly. I got all my certificates. I got all my certifications. I did my time in that. Exactly right.
And so, can't I go and like do some other shit a little bit, like to relax? Like if you and me want to, like, let's say we want to hang out with someone at like group 6 or something like that. What, like, so I just decide that I can't make any money. So like it's putting a lot of power into the hands of the those who like grind, right?
Yeah.
I don't like to use that word like in a nasty way. It's just, it's kind of like,
it's the reality of it. That's what it is.
Reality.
Yeah.
And even I was telling my mechanics today, like, hey, you know, I hate to say this, but we may have to just all bite the bullet and just start like running other jobs in order to get a house. Otherwise, a couple days might go by and we might need to do car part replacements. And if you can't do that, well, then rip. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's a challenge.
So
now you got the material prices going up too.
So let me throw you a little something my way, what I've been dealing with, right? So when me and Chip first started this, Chip is the biggest gearhead you'll ever meet. He knows everything inside and out of a vehicle. We started off, I said, I'm going to take care of the tow portion of the company. You take care of the mechanic portion with the jobs. We ran into some issues. The master gearhead over there didn't like Chip because Chip knew more than him, so he wouldn't talk with him. He wouldn't fuck with him at all. So we had to do it. We had to reroute things that I was going to work on my master mechanic, and he was going to be doing the tow portion. So I said to myself, okay, I did that. I got all my certifications. I went to all my classes. I did what I had to do. You know, obviously we could get the gearboxes. our prices are the cheapest we could get. Fine. I got everything done. When Chip was finally able to talk, I talked to Max. I talked to him. I said, "Can you please start talking to Chip? He's a good guy. He doesn't have an ego. He just wants to work for you." Finally, Chip's able to do it. Okay. With that, I said, "Okay, now Chip, that I have my certifications, let's go back to the way we originally planned things. I'm going to take care of the tow portion of it, because obviously we know Mosley's with the paychecks. While you're working, it's like you're an apprentice. You're making $40 to $50 per job. It's nothing, right? How do we keep our shop afloat? How do we keep buying materials? How do we keep doing what we're doing?" So I knew if I did tow, I get $200 to $300 per job. Everything was working out good. But today I wake up and Max is telling me to go fuck myself at this point. And he's like, "I don't
really."
Yeah. So now, if you, Nino, go do tow, Max is gonna tell you to fuck off also.
What do you mean fuck off? Like, what does that mean?
He's about 97% with me now.
Oh.
Yeah. Even though I got all my certifications and all my everything I had to do.
Oh yeah, I'm noticing it went down a little bit.
So if you start doing towing where we need to make money for the company, in a sense, that's the way we're operating, that we're making money off of tows and obviously other investments.
Everything.
Rusty don't fuck with you. Frank and Max, they all tell you to go fuck yourself after a while, which means we'll lose out on an opportunity of our gearboxes, our turbo upgrades. We won't be able to purchase them anymore unless you have somebody else working with you. Give me 1 second. Chip, let me call you right back. I'm having a meeting with Nino.
All right, all good, brother. All good. I'll see you.
Bruh.
Yes. So, fine. Whatever the case may be. So I was like, you know what? We're going back to the original way of things. I'm going to continue doing my towing. I haven't even had this conversation with Chip yet. He's going to go straight back to the mechanic so we could keep funding the company. I wake up just a little while ago and I go to make a couple of parts for the shop. I talk to the manufacturer. Now he's telling me from a minute, now it's taking 3 minutes per part to make.
Yep.
1 sec. Mickey, I'm still in the meeting. Can I call you back, bud?
Yes. Can I actually have your attention though for one moment? Another opportunity came up. Listen, I don't know if Kay has it on his person or where, but I have an opportunity for money regarding the crowbar.
Yeah, he doesn't wake up for a little while though. Once you see him tweet out, I think he's the one that has it, so he'll take care of you.
He has it on his person though?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Fuck.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right, sounds good. Bye.
Sorry about that.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So without it, obviously, you know, I have investors within the company. I have people that are willing to front money for me, this, that, and the third. But
yeah,
in reality, I don't want it to be always a catch-up game, and I want to be able to sustain this with me and Chip. And the way it's looking, the way things are going, I take the risk of throw everything away, all my certifications get revoked, and I go back to the job I used to do, or do I continue keeping my certifications and not be able to fucking keep the shop afloat because the money is just not there?
And that's where I you know, we make good money when, you know, oh fuck. Give me a call tomorrow. Give me a call tomorrow.
Bro, it's so bad with me and Nino with the phones, bro.
Thank you very much. Goodbye. I don't think the mechanics even make that much. Like, I mean, look, when we get a repair in, it's decent. But that repair, based on, like, think about everything that goes into it, right?
Yeah.
You have to acquire the materials. You got to get the pots. I can move to getting a pot supplier, right? Let's say you're buying for 50, right? Let's say you buy the pot for 50, right? Which I think is the kind of like the sweet spot. I mean, we could say 40, we could say 60, whatever.
Yeah.
Now you do the repair, you made like 400 across the board. Now, that might sound juicy, But you're getting how many repairs? How often?
Exactly. I mean, we are busy. Don't get me wrong. I run out of parts on a daily basis. Like I went through already. I ordered 3 times already. I ordered 20 grand worth of materials, and obviously you know what we heard in all the time is I always order double is the steel tubing and refined rubber.
Yes. Yep.
And I'm always low on that, so I'm always, you know, transmissions, engines, clutches, you know, brakes. That's always the issue.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna lie to you when I sit here and there's no bullshit. I'm not exaggerating, you Nino. I've talked to about 8 or 9 people in sanitation. Conversation with them, great conversation to sell materials, this, that, and the third. Yeah, no problem. All of a sudden, it turns into, you could just buy my parts from now on at 50 a part. I'm like, well, are you a sanitation worker or are you a material crafter? Which one are you? Well, this is the way I'm doing it. Now, it went even to another length of, well, now you can't even buy my parts because I'm keeping my materials, making my parts because I'm opening up a mechanic shop.
Yep.
So, and the problem is, with it, sanitation is not affected by it. Because you physically don't have to sign into anything to do mechanical work on vehicles. So, they keep their rep as sanitation, they go back to their hotel rooms, they make their parts, and then they go fix cars. So it's a win-win for them.
Yeah, but you can't fix parts unless you're a part-time mechanic, no?
No.
You're saying they're getting enough mechanic rep to, like, be able to do it?
You don't need mechanic rep to go do it.
Oh!
So when I first started, okay, and I know there's a lot of mechanics that came and gone from my mechanic shop that never signed into Rusty once in their life, but they were able to fix cars. And I said, you have to go work for Rusty, build your rep up with him, get your certificates before you can work for me. If not, you're not working here. It's that simple. And I let them go. So what sanitation people are doing, they're dedicating their time into sanitation, now making their parts, and then open up a shop so it's full profit for them. It's not costing them anything to get the parts. It's not costing them nothing, and it's all profit when they're repairing vehicles. So they could sit there and try, if they were smart and want to kill the market completely on the real mechanic shops, they could go out there and charge people $40 a part, because in reality, it only takes them $28 to make the part if they're paying for it, which they're not even paying for it because they're getting them themselves. So everything in their pockets is pure profit. It's just the time they're putting in to get the materials. So that's why I'm getting to that point now. Do I want to still continue doing this? Do you still want to continue doing this, knowing that this is what we are dealing with?
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. Is that why I almost never see Sani getting repairs?
Did you ever see? I had maybe 2 trucks come to me max on sanitation trucks.
Yeah, the ones I've seen are like, you know, my motherfucker.
So when I physically talk to 8, 9 people, sanitation runners with groups that I'm asking to buy materials, and these are the answers I'm getting them, why do I want to continue to stay in this line of business? Because everybody's just doing everything to make the quick dollar and not spreading it out the way it should be spread out. You run materials, you sell your materials. You're a mechanic, you're able to get the materials at wholesale. You talk to the fucking manufacturer, they make your materials for you, they make your parts for you, and you do the work. But they cut it all, they're cutting out everybody, and they're doing it all on their own at this point. Without any repercussions from sanitation.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like if you work on something, it should rip your Sani.
How can it rip your Sani if you literally physically don't have to sign on anything to do work on vehicles? The key is, if we actually have to go sign in to work on cars, that is the only way you will see every sanitation worker stop being a mechanic.
Well, because then they'll just sign in and fix it. and then
But
sign
they'll
out.
tank their rep in sanitation.
I think it happened. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But there's no repercussions for them at this point because they don't have to do any of that.
That's why I've noticed like a decline in certain calls too. I think some, yeah, fuck.
That's why we are getting completely fucking shafted. And that's why I went from getting 20 grand worth of materials on an everyday basis to $20,000 in materials every 3 days because of this issue. Because nobody wants to sell materials to anybody and they're keeping them for themselves. There's only one group of people that are doing it the right way, which is Lang Buddha and his union. Everybody else that runs Sani is literally doing everything to benefit themselves.
We should do lunch next week.
What do we do? Where do we go from here? That's my question.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how you doing?
I don't know. There's been times the amount of time like this shit takes up too, right? And it was like, you know, I could just be you know, I started going down this route because I didn't like the automated nature of Mosley's. Not all of them, but vast majority, right? Vast majority of temp workers. And now having to deal with the supply chain, but you can't be like, I don't know. I thought about throwing the towel in a couple times.
Yeah, same here.
Because I want to do other shit in the city, right? And if I'm just like having to get into these battles, let alone the politics of it, right? Like, I feel like some of the deals that I keep getting these like deals with like, hey, there's an inference of like you need to be exclusive, right? And I've had like 3 separate offers, but I'm like, but at the same time, I also know that they can't like sustain the demand because I'm also going through pots. I'm going through a lot, man. Like, you know, I was off yesterday. I had to refill all my guys up again. Like, I went with a 50 parts in the bank to like now I need more shit.
Yep.
And then at the end of it, at the end of that pipeline, if I go do a repair, I made like what, $400? I got it done like 2 toes.
Yeah, exactly.
And I could be like, well, you know, Nino, it's not about the toe, it's about the mechanic shit, right? But it's kind of an extreme. Like, you know, stay at the shop, gonna, I don't know. Maybe we just become hunters, Vinny. We'll like run hunting.
Bro, let's start a hunting union, bro. We'll just sit there, hunting union. They have to go through us. They have to pay a union fee just to go hunting.
Do you want me to see if the gun comes out?
No, please. Don't Thanos me again.
Yeah.
Why don't we just become park rangers at this point, bro? We'll buy some ATVs. We'll get a uniform going. We'll just stay up north. We'll retire up north, bro. Just, you know, just run a little shop up there, bro.
I think what the problem, like, okay, so I'm gonna say some crazy shit, is that I think it's good that everyone can like have a bit of a startup.
Yeah.
I do think it would be extreme if you needed a house to run a mechanic shop, in my opinion. It's too much of an like I can get one right now.
Yeah.
Like literally, I can go and buy a property right this second. But it doesn't make sense for me to go and buy it.
Hey, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I have one and it don't do it.
Not worth it.
No.
Sorry, real quick. Nino. Hey, how can I help you? Hey, how you doing, Cornwood? You need to find someone. It's very difficult and nearly impossible. And I'd have to say some weird shit. So I'll just say it's like very hard to get. Yeah. Let's just say there was an oversupply by a handful of individuals.
Corbin wants a crowbar.
I think
he wants a crowbar.
So, yeah. Yeah.
He wants a crowbar.
Not wrong. We ain't wrong about that. I do. I imagine I have a feeling I know what you're trying to do right now, and it's unfortunate. You're gonna have an exceptionally tough time. Yeah, you're gonna have to like tweet out, and maybe you get lucky. All right, brother. All right, you take care. Bye.
Let me guess, a crowbar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, they're going crazy for them, bro.
Yeah, it's I think things are gonna get better, but like I think we gotta petition City Hall.
Yeah.
I mean, it's look, I'm not even trying. Like Vinny, I don't care if I'm the like number 3, number 4 mechanic shop. It's not like I have zero interest in any of that. I just want to work with people and like be able to have a just something going for people to enjoy, you know?
Yeah,
and
100%. I'll be honest with you. That's exactly my mind. I mean, I think we have the same mind process through this, because it's awesome when I go to my shop and it's like a little hub. Everybody's down there. I have like 10, 15 people down there all hanging out, getting cars fixed, chopping it up about cars and what they want to see in the future with racing, and they can't wait to get upgrades on. Like, it's awesome to see. That's exactly my vision for it. But you don't have parts because you can't get it from sanitation, where there's literally nothing happening. Then there's nothing going on.
The price of materials going up is also cucking us.
Yep.
Too.
Well, did you see?
Because if everyone's fixing their shit, it's gonna just skyrocket.
Well, earlier I seen paying $250 for materials, paying $3 for steel tubing and refined rubber. So prices are just gonna keep going up and up, and more increase on them.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So yeah, but I'm gonna try to stick this out. I'm gonna try to do still what I believe in and what my passion's for.
Yeah,
and
same.
I mean, we'll take it from there. If anything, we'll go retire up north and become hunters, and we'll become park rangers. So
I feel like that's the move, is just fucking do that right now. You wanna let me call Patal, let me see if it's
yeah, I just gotta go
yet.
see if it's sorted, because I just have to go have another 2 meetings, and then I'll be ready to rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
Yo, Jay, what up, dude? Yeah.
Hey, buddy. We're still running tomorrow, right?
Rami tweeting out 5-0 as a lawyer. Jesus, what am I gonna do with this guy? What am I gonna fucking do with him?
I feel like it'd be nice if
Al, you remember these days,
you
right?
could
Al?
only like if you had to have a tool cupboard that you like sit down or whatever, and you can only repair around there type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.